Have these kids taken over and made us look soft? Yo, what's happening? This is Late Night CJ, and we back at it once again. Now, I came across this clip, and I'll give y'all a caveat. I do believe that it is staged, choreographed, dramatized, but they say there's a little bit of truth in all characterizations of this nature. And I believe this is no different. I believe that this is a situation that's going on with a lot of households, and who would I be if I didn't give you the person you came to see? So, with no further ado, cue the clip.
I feel like your phone is really distracting you from the family. Let me have your phone.
No.
Excuse me?
Hold up. Did baby say no?
Yeah, just because I'm in a bad mood doesn't mean you have to take away my phone.
Perfect.
My
You're in a
phone
bad
isn't
mood.
the distraction.
Okay, so, and I'm saying though, let me have your phone. 'Cause I feel like your phone is a distraction right
It's
now.
not a distraction.
And you're going back and forth with me right now.
It's not a distraction.
It is. I feel like the phone is what distracts you from the family right now.
I'm entitled to my emotions.
You are entitled.
I can feel mad or sad.
Absolutely, you
whenever I
are
want
entitled to feel how you want to feel, and but it's been going on for days.
So I'll get
That's
over
not
it in a
normal.
couple more days.
Okay, do you feel okay if me as a dad does not talk to you? Ever like a month going on? How would you feel?
First mistake off top. Homie, why are you negotiating with baby?
It's going to be if you continue. That's why I want to get to the better.
Yeah, if I
right
continue,
now.
I'm not.
Yeah, but
going to
you're planning to continue. We've been going on for weeks now.
No.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
And I'm
Give me the
telling
phone.
you, I don't want to give you my phone.
Well, you have no choice. And the more you're being to resist it from giving your phone, the more I'm going to take your phone. So I'm being a nice way. Can I have your phone?
No.
That's why. See, that's why I'm taking your phone.
No.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Did she snatch? Oh, no. Violation.
Go ahead. Go
I know
ahead.
my password anyway.
Go
I know
ahead.
my password anyway.
Okay. I've seen enough. Let's just get right into this. I do believe that we are a generation that have made our children a little bit more rebellious than children have ever been. I mean, let's look at it like this. Our parents were the last ones that used to whoop our behinds for everything. It didn't matter. Can I have some candy? Whooping. You get a bad grade? Whooping. You ain't put your clothes up? Whooping. You ain't do what I told you when I told you to do it and back talk or side-eyed me? Whooping. We came up thinking like that was terrible. That ain't no way of raising no kids. So what do? We was like, we're gonna explain everything. We're going to give our children choices. We're going to give them logical and rational choices that they can decide from and be well-balanced individuals. No. Now they talking back, want to tell us, how dare your child that you are paying the bill for tell you don't know the password. First of all, ain't no passwords. My uncle was so bold back in the day. When my cousin got out of pocket, he took the door off the hinges, and you have the audacity to put a passcode on your phone when you have access to the world. She only had access to what was in that room. That's what I'm saying. We need to get back to the essence. There's a lot of things that we need to get back to the essence. Parents don't sit down with their children anymore and have dinner. That was where we used to converse and talk over the day and give them game and guidance and instruction and tutelage in life. Parents don't sit down with their kids and go over their homework for fear that their kids are smarter than them. I want my children to be smarter than me, but I want them to know that I will go through the trenches with them, and if I don't understand it and you don't understand it, we will find someone who does understand it. But you have these parents with this hands off, let them figure it out. To me, that's child abuse. How are you going to send your child into this world to figure something out on their own when we couldn't figure it out on our own and we were way more adjusted than they are? Yes, they have way more access to things than we do, but we actually had to deal with the bully. There was no cyber bullying. You ever heard of the button blocked? That's how you get rid of cyber bullying. But how am I gonna block somebody that lived 2 doors down that wanna squabble every day? These kids they're not supposed to be like this. It says, in the scriptures, train a child in the way that they should go, and when they grow up, they won't part from it. If you are letting them figure it out on their own, how are you training them? You're basically training them to figure things out on their own in a world that says you have infinite options. And their brains aren't constructed in a way at this age to be able to figure it out. So when a young boy is talking about send me pictures, I'm telling you, he don't want no picture of your face. When they sitting up there texting at 2 o'clock in the morning, morning and you crack open the door and her face is all lit up with the phone, what do you think they talking about? The same thing you and that girl back in the day, probably her mama, was talking about when y'all was on the phone, sitting up there. You sleep? Nah, I ain't sleep. I thought you was asleep. Yeah, so what's crack? Yes, they are talking about even worse than we were because we didn't have the access. Back then, you might have a parent that actually stayed home. Now, because of the economy, both parents have to work. So these kids is getting out of school and mama ain't getting home till 5 and daddy ain't getting home till 7. Do you know what you can get accomplished between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock? Oh, no, violation. Homie, let me tell you something. There is no way that we should be negotiating with kids at this point. There is no way that we should be allowing them to have locked phones. There is no way that they should have a full-on relationship going on, and we've never met this gentleman or this young lady. Either direction, because they own that now. There is no way that they should be having D's and F's in school and you're finding out through the mail. No, you should be down there talking to them teachers like, look, this is my personal information. You call my phone. Don't wait until she got D's and F's to get at me. You call me when that first B slipped down to a C and I'll handle it as the father in this house. So with this old soft parenting, no. Check this out. They used to say a hard head make for a soft behind. How about that? This is Late Night CJ. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. 100. Gonna snatch the phone. Girl, I'll snatch you before you snatch that phone. Ha!